Hello everybody, I'm Nikki Spears, co-founder of the Energy Bus for Schools Leadership Journey.
And I'm Kermit Spears, the executive coach for the Energy Bus for School Leadership Journey.
Yes.
Yes.
Kermit finally got it right.
Whoa, wait.
You've only done that how many times?
I thought this was about the Energy
Okay,
Bus.
I'm sorry. We've only done this 10 times, guys. But anyway, we put out a couple of videos, and our purpose for putting out these videos is we want you to get to know us a little bit more as we prepare for our upcoming leadership tour. We think it's important that you understand our journey as leaders as we get to know you.
Definitely. And what we want to do today is really dive into the material and really share what we've learned from reading the Energy Bus and then our tours from last year.
Okay. So we're going to be referencing The Energy Bus by John Gordon, and I want to start by reading the first page. And it's funny because today we want to focus on flat tires. And flat tires are these challenges that we experience in our work and in our lives. And we want to focus on flat tire. And the funny thing is the first chapter is titled Flat Tire.
Amazing how that happens.
I know. So don't worry. For those of you who have not read the book, we're not going to give it away, but we do want to talk about some big rocks in the book that we think we need to address, and flat tires are one of them. So it begins just like this. First paragraph. It was a Monday, and Mondays were never good for George. He stood in his driveway looking at his car and shaking his head. He wasn't surprised, really. Misfortune had been following him for the past few years like a dark rain cloud hovering over his life, and today was no different. His tire was completely flat, and George's face was about to burst. "Not today," he shouted as he opened the trunk, only to find a flat spare tire.
Now, he knew there was a flat spare tire.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's interesting. We have these things going on in our lives, and we don't take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that spare tire.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he would have had a regular spare tire, then he would have been off on his way. But he waited. He didn't take care of it.
Yeah. And sometimes these flat tires in our lives, we can feel stuck, just like George did for a while. He didn't know how he was going to get to work that day. He had a very important meeting. He felt stuck because he couldn't think of anybody who could take him to work. And so sometimes these flat tires or sometimes these challenges, we can get stuck and feel that we have no choices. But there's always opportunity in every flat tire.
But you know, look at the focus. The focus is on the flat tire. But really, we don't really focus on where we're going. We focus on that challenge at that time. But if we look further out into what our vision is, there may be multiple ways to get to where we need to instead of just looking at this one mode of transportation.
Right. And so when you come out to our leadership tour, we're going to talk about multiple ways to reach your vision, your mission for your school. And that's important that we realize that we see the bigger picture. And we come in with a more positive attitude because in the beginning of the book, the author reveals to us that Mondays were never good for George. So with already that mindset and that negative thinking, of course, you're going to walk outside and something bad, whatever it's your perception. If you're thinking negatively, then more than likely something negative is going to happen. And so we're going to talk about the power of positive leadership and how do we focus all of our energy on reaching a particular vision and our mission for our schools.
You know what's interesting? There's some information out there around kind of like a growth mindset. And the way the growth mindset works is not just looking at what's here, but what can be. And not just being limited by your circumstance, but by being kind of pushed by your vision. Mm-hmm. And I think that's how we help others and how we've helped ourselves throughout our careers, knowing that there's a bigger vision in front of us, and these smaller challenges really help us grow.
Right.
Because the biggest flat tires I've had in my life, I've grown tremendously by. I mean, things that are easy, you don't really focus on, but those things that are difficult and you overcome, you grow from, and
those
you
are the
help,
things that shape who you are. And so we're going to talk about how do we take our flat tires and how do we how do we take these flat tires to help us tell our stories.
I like it, and you know what? Our folks will like it also.
Okay. Well, we look forward to seeing you guys on our upcoming tour. You can find our tour sites and dates on our website at www.energybusschools.com. We're also on Twitter. You can see all the positive energy movement that we have going on right now. And we're at Energy Bus Schools on Twitter. So we hope you guys will follow us and join us next time as we dive deeper into the Energy Bus.
Looking forward to it.